What's up? Happy Sunday. I want to talk today about overcome overthinking videos. Way behind. I missed a few days in shooting videos. I'm going to talk about scheduling and creating a plan and what videos I'm creating. You'll see a list the next few days. Also planning out 2021 for video content. We went and had a marketing planning meeting last week. It was pretty intense last week, and the reason I'm coming up with the overthinking is because I was on, I did 3 days of shooting, a couple in Gainesville, and then a couple in Philadelphia. And all the people, everywhere I go, there's at least a few people that overthink their videos. And it's a tough thing because overthinking prevents you to stop, makes you stop shooting videos. Overthinking makes the videos take too long. Overthinking makes you nervous to do videos. Overthinking stops you. I mean, one of my clients, I won't name him, but for years hasn't been able to be on video because he overthought it too much and would get in front. He's a great speaker, super smart, super knowledgeable. I want to tell you about a few of the ways that I coach people on overcoming overthinking. Really 4 ways. The number one way is practice, right? Just practicing being on video. When I first got started doing videos and starting our business, and I would film myself and watch myself, and it was horrible. But the more you watch yourself, the more you overcome this fear of what you're doing. So stop overthinking it by just doing it. It's the easiest way, but you're still going to have to do it. So the number 2 way I suggest to people and is have someone interview you. That's why people hire us, they hire me. Having someone interview you, especially someone who's knowledgeable on your subject, knowledgeable. And this is where, if you're gonna get videos done, having a trained videographer. That's why we started Story Cruise in the first place, is having that trained videographer. And I got a great case story of one of my clients this past time of the benefit of having me on set. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's I've been doing this for over 10 years. So having someone who knows marketing, knows where the videos are going, knows where you're going with this can help you. And it can take your mind off the camera if you're really, really nervous at first. But have someone who's good, who's trained in it, who understands where you're going with it. So that's the second way to do it. The third way is obviously have a content format, a simple content format that you're going to go for. No, like this time I was like, hey, I'm going to talk about 4 things specifically of overthinking, right? And you have that specific content format. When you have a specific content format, it lets you lead it down a path, and you can edit the videos afterwards if you're not going live. I've years and years of practice allow me to do these videos in a straight shot, but I just did my course, and I've got this blueprint course I've been telling about, coming out with Jason Swank, and it was, I had a content format, but I also had to bring it down to 2 to 5 minutes of video. And I find that, without having a content format, obviously you're gonna have problems, because you're gonna just start rambling all over the place. You're gonna get frustrated. And if you have a script, that comes across like, man, that's just not good. But if you have the content format in front of you, you can have a list like off to the side. I sometimes do that. On my computer, I have a list of the things I'm gonna talk about. So having a content format is very, very crucial. So that will help you stop overthinking it. But having that interview have that content format makes it a lot easier. And then finally, probably the number 1 way that I really can help you to stop overthinking it is that come from a place of helping people. Really come from a place of like, hey, I'm gonna help someone. Because the reason you're overthinking it is because you're trying to be a marketer. You're trying to, maybe you're trying to get, be Gary Vee, or you're trying to do, be someone that you're emulating. And it's tough to do that because you're not that person, and you're gonna start seeing that you're like, oh man, Gary Vee did it so much better. There's a boat behind me. But realizing that you're not Gary Vee, you're not these people, especially right now. Think about it. When I interviewed Gary Vee, we were talking about he's been doing this for so long, and so much content every day that he's gotten good at it. But those old videos were horrible. But he's also a talker, right? He's a natural talker. But the one thing that he really, really does is come from a place of helping. He knows that person he's speaking to. He knows who he's helping. And, and if you come from that place, and you're like, I just really want to help someone, and you just help one person. Yeah, maybe you have 5 views, maybe you have 6 views, but maybe you have 10 views. But if you help one person, and I've gotten that before, and that's the best thing. It's like, because it gets depressing. You don't have 1,000 views today. I'm going to talk later this week about getting more views, what I'm planning to do to get more views. I'm going to talk this week about my schedule, some of the content. I'm going to talk about the 4 questions that you should be able to answer with every video you create that we have inside of our agency. But if you come from a place of helping, right? If you really come from a place of helping and you're thinking about that, it's just like you're on the other side. I'm going to help that one person. Because you help that one person. For me, if I help one of you help someone else, right? I mean, I have a big goal of helping, 10,000 businesses really help over the years. And, I've helped probably a few hundred help other people. It's awesome when I get those case stories. And I know that that person got that business because of the video that we did, and they helped this person transform their lives. I've seen that over and over and over again, and it never gets old. Whether it's in healthcare, we've helped someone, get their life back, or we help someone get to the provider that gets their life back, or in law, or in marketing, these marketing agencies that we help grow small businesses and transform businesses. I love that. And I love to see the people that we help. So, thinking on the other side, who needs help? And every day you're hearing someone that needs help, right? There's someone out there that's struggling with the same thing that maybe you just struggled with. And on a side note, there's a great book out there called Made to Stick. And I quote this book a lot. It's by Chip and Dan Heath. And it's actually one of my first audiobooks on Audible. I was looking back on it, and it's still one of my favorites because they did all these studies about what makes change happen. And realize that you don't have to be this big expert in everything. You just have to be one step ahead of someone to truly help them, to really help them. And in fact, they did a study and they showed the person that's just a little bit ahead of that other person, just a little bit ahead, is the one that's going to help them the most. And I've talked about this in previous videos because you might be looking at someone like Gary Vee, but you really need to be following someone that's like just a few steps ahead of you as well. Someone that understands your business, understands what you're trying to do, but also then helping people that some of the people you might just be one step ahead of. And whether you're a golf instructor, whether you're a dad, my dad advice for someone that has a newborn it's just stuff I just forgot, right? But if you just had it or you're teaching it a lot, that's very, very helpful to one person. I know Chad, if you watch this, he's been helping, he's been commenting a lot, which is great. I appreciate it. But that's the kind of thing I tell him is, if you're just one step ahead and you're just helping that person, that thing that maybe you just figured out today, it doesn't have to be this huge, huge idea. We all need help, perfect example. I'm pruning my crepe myrtles and trying to find out. There's like these super advanced guys out there talking this stuff and like blah blah blah, blah. I'm like nodule, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Where should I cut? And that's just what I want to know right now. So come from a place of helping, right? So there's 4 ways to stop overthinking videos. I think if you just simply have someone talking to you. Plan out your content, have a format for your content, know 2 or 3 points that you want to get across, and then stop being a marketer, right? Stop being a marketer and just start helping. And if you do those things, you'll stop overthinking it. Then just do videos. Do videos. You'll stop overthinking it. You'll do more and more and more, and realize that they get out there. And I promise you, the video that you make today and the videos I make last week, I hate them, right? I have a tough time watching like, I could have changed this, I could have changed this. My client Marty, he's a good friend, or at Bad Rhino, same thing. He watched the videos from last year, stuff he wants to change, but don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, because there's something you put in there that helps, and you're always gonna get continuously better. So get out there, make some videos. I'm gonna make more videos. Tomorrow, I'm thinking I'm gonna actually set up my new setup out here. I'm probably going to be pulling the trigger on the new GoPro soon, which I'm super excited about. And we'll talk about that and planning for 2021. Because a lot of people now maybe started to plan or not executing on videos. And I'll talk about that this week too. But if there's anything else, any questions you have about that stuff, anything that you're committing to, put it down below. Or if there's anything else that you want to know about video production, about video optimization, let me know. So I have some ideas. And of course, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this. But I look forward to it, make some videos, instead of overthinking, just get out there and help someone.